Procrastination is something that affects everyone, with nearly 80 to 95% of college students taking part in this event. Nearly 50% said that they procrastinate in a consistent and problematic manner, according to solvingprocrastination.com. Due to statistics like these and my own personal experiences, I wanted to try to find a way to get rid of my bad habit. Using the book Get Shit Done, The Ultimate Guide to Productivity, Procrastination, and Profitability by Jeffrey Gitomer, I plan to demonstrate a few tips that helped me, and along with ways that they helped me specifically. The book relates to the course text through secure affirmation and time orientation. Secure affirmation can be seen through stating that one will get specific goals finished. Time orientation is used in the use of setting future goals and making sure to get things done in the now rather than the later. First, I will start out in discussing writing things down. Then I will move on to time management, and finally the action of having evidence of goals will be spoken about. To begin, I will discuss what writing things down did for me in terms of the before and after the implementing of the technique. So before I had done so, I relied upon my brain to remember the things I needed to do for the day, and I worked on things as I thought of them. However, after writing things down, I was able to know what I had to be done for that moment and day, so I was able to figure out what the urgent tasks were. And from this point on, I was able to finish that before getting anything done before, such as doing a quiz that isn't due till next month rather than working on a paper I had due next week. Next, I will talk about the management of time and the before and after of it. Before doing this, I would waste roughly 4 to 5 hours a day just watching TV or playing games or reading. And I would push things off so that I could have more time to relax and have fun. However, after I started to manage my time, I was able to cut down on my wasted time to being 2 hours, which is usually done around my bedtime. And I began to finish things more on time than ever. The final concept being discussed will be the effect of the reminder of goals round. So before I did this, I never really worked towards anything, and trips and dreams would be pushed off to last minute because I had to focus on goals and other things such as that. But after I started to have reminders around, I was able to figure out things I really wanted to do, such as getting my license, owning a car, things like that. I was also able to start putting plans in the works for going on a cruise, which is happening next year, something that I've really wanted to do for a long time. Next, I will discuss how each concept had impacted me in my everyday life. So first, in writing things down, I started to write my to-do list for the day, homework plan for the week, and my financials. Every Monday from 7 to 9 a.m., I would do most of those for the week, and checking what I had spent the day before, accessing the workload for school, and assigning it to specific things were all things I did. At first it was rough because I started to put too much tasks to do, such as from Monday to Wednesday, while leaving Thursday and Friday empty. And so I would become overloaded with work on the first couple of days and not just plain bored for the rest of the days. But eventually, as I continued to do this, I was able to figure out what balance I needed, and as a result, I was able to get most of my assignments done during the day and not nighttime. However, on the financial side, I still have trouble as I still overspend a lot of my money anytime I go shopping and in a constant state of worry to pay for my bills. So in terms of managing my time well, I started to figure out what I wanted to do that day. Then I figured out what was non-negotiable, such as school and work. From this point on, I just figured out what the shorter tasks of the day that I could do, and I did them right then and there. For the longer tasks, I would work on them for roughly 45 minutes and then take a 10 to 15 minute break. This allowed me to get work done finished for the day, while also making sure to not get things done at too much of a point at once. And then I started to watch TV shows and movies in order to prompt me to finish my task. The sooner I finished, the sooner I could get the work done. This was successful as I was able to cut down on the time that I would waste, and it also let me figure out how to balance school and work much better than I did last semester. However, the only problem I run into is the days that I have work, school, and household chores to accomplish. Usually, I only have 1 to 2 hours before work to work on things, so it doesn't give me a lot of time to finish a whole list of things, but I hope that if I continue in doing this, I will be able to handle the workload a lot better. So finally, I will discuss how photos and reminders of the goals and dreams that I wish to accomplish around help. I originally thought this was silly, but I had started out by assigning myself 3 different goals, 2 short-term and 1 long-term. Once I decided what goals I wished to accomplish, I then tried to find photos or write little notes about it. After doing so, I then put them in an area that I looked at every day, such as the mirror above my desk or the wall above my desk. Currently, I have accomplished one of my goals, this being that I began to open my own phone plan. I was lucky enough to do so in the last couple months. My next short-term goal is getting my license. The long-term goal that I have is to go on a cruise. Getting my license is achievable because I have been driving around a lot recently and for hours at a time, so I should be able to get it in the next couple months. In terms of the cruise, I have been able to book it and started paying it off. It is going to be happening in June, so I've pretty much accomplished that. Having these images of the goals helped me to remember to work on them, as I would kind of get constantly reminded about these. In conclusion, the book was extremely helpful in getting my everyday life under control. Hopefully, in the use of it, the 50% of college students will be able to get their procrastination under control. Jeffrey Gitomer's book, The Get Shit Done, The Ultimate Guide to Productivity, Procrastination, and Profitability, demonstrates multiple tips to help improve one's life in different ways. I had discussed how writing things down, time management, and using photos and notes as inspiration all helped me in my everyday life. Procrastination is everyone's worst nightmare. However, it doesn't have to control your life. In actively finding ways to utilize time and determining what I needed to do, I was able to change the amount that I had avoided my responsibilities. In using these tips, it is possible for you to do so as well.